up? Welcome back to Lumos. Today, we're going to talk about restricted books because right now it's the Brilliant event and you've probably gotten a bunch of restricted books. But I've seen a lot of people and they're saying they're getting anxious on where should they use them and stuff like that. So I'm here, Isma's here, and we're gonna help you try to figure out which skills you need to invest these very rare, very precious restricted books on. Let's do it, right?
Just an overview on some of the skill trees in Wizards Unite. Most of the strategic spells that require restricted books will block certain skills that will increase your initial focus or your maximum focus during wizard challenges. So if you are the type of person or if your type of build requires a lot of focus, especially initial and maximum focus, you may want to unlock these strategic spells so that you can get the maximum focus and initial focus available for your profession.
Yeah, what he said. That is why he's here. He's here for the math part, the science part, the nerdy skills part. I'm just here to make it simple for you guys. But
I'm the exposition man.
Yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, let's start with the Magizoologist because for the Magizoologist, it's very simple on what you have to work with. All you have to do is to just use these restricted books so that you can unlock the Beyond the Beast skill.
Become the beast.
Oh wait, become the Beast skill. Tell us more about the Become the Beast.
Here's the thing, Magizoologists, they're mostly just the defensive type, but Become the Beast, it increases 40 power and 5 focus.
Ooh.
So it makes the Magizoologist sort of like a tank, a bulky tank, which still has the properties, the defensive properties that you still have in the Magizoologist. So this is a good skill if you want a more combo type of Magizoologist. And this is almost a requirement for all Magizoologists.
So if you want to spend these restricted books, you have to use it so that you can get the Become the Beast skill.
Given that the Become the Beast is a bit easier to attain, some of the other restricted book spells requires more than 15 restricted books. So you may not have enough books to unlock it on this Brilliant event because the Brilliant event right now is just 15 restricted books if you've completed all the quests. So you might as well pick up some additional skills while you wait. The Stamina Charm Maxima and the improved Revive Charm will further boost your team play. The improved Bravery Charm may also be considered if you find yourself against elite foes or those spawns who are very powerful because it increases your power to 30% if you are matched to those types of opponents.
Yeah, what he said. So again, just to sum it up, for the Magizoologist, for your first 12 books, you should get Luna's Stamina Charm, you should get the Stamina Charm Maxima, and you should get the Improved Revive Charm. And then for the next 15 books, for the next Brilliant event, that is where you get the Become the Beast option. We keep saying the next Brilliant event, and yeah, in next Brilliant event is planned. There are data mine info that found that there is a planned Brilliant event too. More info about that in the eye somewhere there. Now in a different place because that place is just kind of noisy and annoying. But yeah, let's talk about the professors. Now professors, they have the most powerful skill in Wizards Unite, and that is the Deterioration Hex. Since that is the most powerful, that's where you should spend your restricted books. You should get the Improved Deterioration Hex, get the Deterioration Hex Maxima, and you get the Deterioration Hex Mastery. That would take you like 28 restricted books to complete those 3.
And actually, the Deterioration Hex is one of the most powerful spells in Wizards Unite because it deals at least an effective 10 damage per action of your opponent. So let's say your opponent keeps attacking or defending, every action that an opponent uses deals 10 damage. So because the game is high paced, that 10 damage quickly piles up and stacks up over time. Overall, it will deal tons of damage in a short amount of time.
And that's why you should invest on Deterioration Hex. Deterioration Hex is everything. So make sure you spend all of your restricted books in these hexes.
A good second option for the professors, however, is the skill Confidence. So it's not about the skill that's important, it's about the other skills that is gated or blocked by that skill. Because as I've said earlier, some of the strategic spells that require restricted books may block some skills that is related to focus and the initial and maximum focus. Confidence is one of those skills, and the professor is actually one of the professions that require tons of focus, because tons of focus means frequent charms, frequent spells, which makes for an effective support for you for a multiple player wizarding challenge.
Yeah, what he said. that's all we're just going to do today. We're just gonna say, yeah, what he said. So in summary, you should improve your Deterioration Hex, and after that, you should improve your Confidence skill. But if you are a soloist or a defensive type of player, you should switch it up, get Confident first, and then get the Deterioration Hex. And lastly, we have the Aurors. We're both Aurors, and yeah, let's talk about Aurors. So with Aurors, you can get the Dancing with Dummies skill. It would cost you 15 restricted books, or you could get a bunch of other hexes, which is just gonna cost you 4 restricted books. You can go either way. For me, what I would choose is I would go the budget option, where I upgrade my hexes first, and then I would get the Dancing with Dummies in the next Brilliant event. Why? Because I like playing with other people. So these hexes, they would come very handy in group play. Isma, please tell us about Dancing with Dummies. Why is it a good buy?
Dancing with Dummies is a type of skill that increases 35% of your precision when the foe is at a 100% stamina. Meaning you deal actually more damage during the first spell rather than the remaining spells, which actually makes the wizarding challenge much quicker, especially if you if you add more buffs like the debuff with the debuff of the aura itself that lowers defenses, and as well as your increase of power. So this is actually a good spell for the Auror. It speeds up the wizarding challenge, and you deal tons of damage at a short amount of time.
And if there's also another great skill for the Aurors, and if you pair this skill with Dancing with Dummies, you're just going to be unstoppable. And that is the one that's in the bottom of the skill tree, the First Strike. So if you combine Dancing with Dummies and First Strike, you're going to be a DPS king. No one can stop you, except when you die.
Yeah, and all of these is in the First Strike alone. And if you add more buffs and more debuffs, it would make your first damage, your first spell, the most important one.
So just to round it all off, again, just get the upgrades for the hexes, and then get Dancing with Dummies. Or you can just switch it up. You get Dancing with Dummies first, and then you get the upgrades for the hexes.
Here's the thing, the Auror is actually a bit straightforward compared to a lot of the other professions. So the only route is getting stronger and getting your power high enough to deal tons of damage.
Yep, and that's pretty much it with Aurors. You just get more powerful as the game goes on. But yeah, that is it. That is everything that you should know about how to spend your restricted books wisely. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna upgrade a bunch of my hexes. So I'm gonna get these improved weakness hex for 4 restricted books, get another weakness hex right here, and when I complete the Brilliant event, I would get this confusion hex, which yeah, I'm still not done with yet, because walking 5 Portkeys is taking me a long time. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.